You're listening to the ESO Network, your station for all things geek.
Hello, and welcome to episode 273 of the Rusted Robot Podcast for Sunday, December the 29th, 2019.
My name is Optimus Prime.
Hello, I am C-3PO Human Cyborg Relations.
I am Locutus, a Borg.
You're like a machine underneath, right? But sort of alive outside?
I'm a cybernetic organism, living tissue over a metal endoskeleton.
I'm an android.
These aren't the droids we're looking for.
Counterfeit, facsimile, replica.
We need some sort of robot. Ah, crap! I'm some sort of robot.
Well, hello. It's Shawn.
Josh.
And Kitty.
And we're here to wrap up the year that was 2019.
Yay?
It was an okay year.
Yes, no 2016, so.
There we go, we're done. Thanks for coming out, and we'll see you next year. No, just kidding. We looked through the pop culture trailers. We didn't do a recording last week because it was the Christmas week. We took a break for you guys and for us.
Pretty much for us.
Right, yeah. Sometimes you need to.
Yeah,
recharge. Didn't do a Rusted Robot or a Soul Forge podcast last week. So now here we are. We're all recharged, we're refreshed, and we're ready to go. And there's nothing to talk about because we're in the winter season and there was no trailers.
Yeah, there's one trailer, and it's the second trailer for a movie I haven't heard of.
Yeah. So all quiet here on the Western Front. But we'll wrap up the year. We'll talk about the year that was, the things we loved, the things we hated, the things we didn't hear about.
I got a list of movies here.
That's right, so we'll get to that shortly. The good news is I didn't come across any celebrity deaths that are meaningful to us in the last couple weeks.
Well, that's good.
That is good.
It's like a mean way to phrase it, though. That are meaningful to us.
Well, it's true.
Some people died, but we don't care.
We always care. But some are not related to the sci-fi geek horror community that we are part of here.
Okay.
On the Rusted Robot Podcast.
So that's what that means.
That's what that means.
Yeah. It doesn't mean we're cold, heartless people who get joy out of people's deaths, unlike what it seems like Shawn's giddiness to announce the deaths every week.
Yeah, and the weird segues towards them.
Well, it's kind of a nervous laughter per se because
it's like a tick?
Yeah, kind of, because like we got to talk about it, but it's not fun. But I have to be upbeat on the podcast, you know. So hey, guess who died? You know, that kind of thing. It's very sad news.
It is very sad news when it happens. It's just...
My tone is all off.
Your tone is all off every time, and it's pretty funny.
See? I'm just here to amuse you. That's it.
I have a very dark sense of humor, though. So.
Yes, you do. I know you do. All right, so should we talk about the elephant in the room?
There's an elephant?
You got an elephant?
Yeah, it's called The Rise of Skywalker. Did you guys see it?
Nope.
Not yet.
I said I wasn't going to see it unless I got rave reviews from people I trust.
And what have you heard so far?
And from people I heard that I trust, not so much rave reviews. More of it was an okay to it was terrible.
Okay, well, I just saw it. What were you going to say, Katie?
I heard twice from two different people. It's great if you shut your brain off.
Okay, I could get behind that. Just watched it last night. It was fine. That's
a low thing for Shawn.
Right? Yes. I don't want to say much about it because spoilers and all that crap, and you guys haven't seen it. But there was a lot of cool cameos. Like, oh, I'm glad they put that guy back in. I'm glad they put her in. I'm glad we heard this person's voice. Blah blah blah. You know, like that was good. It was a good way to wrap up 9 movies. So that was very nice. The action sequences were pretty awesome. Some of the reasoning behind some of the things that they were doing didn't make any sense.
That's like in line with the rest of it, though, so far, right?
Right. I would think so. So it was okay, and I'm glad I saw it.
So what's your ranking?
You know, I'm coming off of it fresh. I give it about a 7. So it was okay. It was all right. Glad I saw it.
So
it could have been better.
7 on the fresh from Shawn would be a 4 from Josh normally.
No, you'd probably give it like a 5.5 or a 6.
If you're saying it was okay.
It was okay. It was fine. It was passable. It could have been a lot better. They could have done more. It ran a little bit too long.
Okay.
It ran too long.
Yeah, it was about almost 2.5 hours. I think it's like 2:22.
That is too long. Although a movie should make you feel like you haven't seen enough.
Like Endgame was around that in length, and
it was still pretty good.
And the end of it, you're like, what? No, it can't be over.
Yeah, this wasn't that.
We didn't watch it in VIP though, so I wanted it to be over.
No, that makes sense. If
Or to not have legs anymore.
If you're not in the luxury seating, it's a long movie.
Yeah. It'd be fine if there was like an actual, like a real intermission where you got to like get up and walk around because they'd pause the movie for you.
Right, like back in the 50s?
Yeah.
The old-timey.
I think I just wasn't built for today's world.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
You're very old school.
I'm like 34. I was supposed to be dead by now.
You're like very 1950s housewife.
Yeah, a little bit. But nicer.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't hit anybody with anything.
No wooden spoons over the head?
No wooden spoons, no brooms, no casserole dishes. I don't hit people with things.
Very good.
It's mean.
Yes. So would I recommend you see it in the theater? Did you see Last Jedi in the theater?
We did. Yeah.
We did, yeah.
We went all together, didn't we?
We did.
Yes, we did. And you hated that movie?
I did.
Okay. I really like that one. I think The Last Jedi was probably better. But this one...
Oh, really?
Yes. But this...
Oh,
Is it because it was pretty to look at?
This one here?
No, Last Jedi. Or do you mean it's better than this one?
I think The Last Jedi was a better crafted movie.
Than the one you just saw?
Yes.
Oh, no. Okay.
And...
So it's pretty to look at, though?
Oh, it's very visually stunning. Yes.
Want to go look at some art that moves? What if you put in earplugs and you can't hear anything? You got to make up your own story. Oh, that could make it a really good movie. I'm pretty good at crafting movies in my noggin.
Okay.
A lot of good scenes, though.
You know the way we deal with good scenes.
Yes, good scenes do not make good movies. Yeah. So is it a fitting way to end the 9-movie trilogy of trilogies? Probably not. Could it have been better? Yes. Is it fine? It's fine.
Do you remember how before we like compared them to like The Land Before Time?
Yes.
Well, like once you reach a certain number of movies, you know how they just kind of stopped making Land Before Time because they got so bad that people stopped watching them?
Wasn't there 147 of them?
There was like 12.
Okay.
More than that.
Oh my god, too many. But like, they stopped making them because it stopped making them money. Like, and the first one was the only one they put in theater at all.
I've never seen any of them.
I watched Land Before Time in theater.
Yeah, the first one's really good.
Yeah.
It'll make you cry.
Oh.
We can all agree that The Land Before Time was a better movie than The Last Jedi.
Yes.
It made you feel things.
Okay.
And none of them were anger.
Well, that's good. In Rise of Skywalker, there were a few things where you thought, oh no, as if they did that. And then they didn't actually do that, as it turns out. So it was kind of, oh, but we got you. Oh, no, it's okay, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
So, you have to see it.
It's one of those, you should always see a movie for yourself instead of taking somebody else's advice.
That's right, because I never listen to the critics.
Yeah.
Because they always hate all the movies that I love.
Yeah. Like even us, even though you know and love us, you should see it for yourself and make your own decisions.
You're talking to the listener directly right now.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
There are 14 films in the Land Before Time.
Ha, see, I told you. I said 12. I was only off by 2.
And I knew it was more because my sister had it at number 13.
Oh my glory. It's too many.
So, before it leaves the luxury theaters, I would recommend you guys going to see it.
No.
No?
No. You can't encourage bad movies by going to see them.
Yes,
that's
I can.
That's
what I do.
That's how Venom's getting a second movie.
I actually really liked Venom.
Venom was a decent movie. It was way better than I expected. It wasn't good, but it was way better than I expected it.
Yes.
I was surprised
but
they
you don't
managed...
encourage bad movies by giving them money.
It wasn't a bad movie, though. It was a good movie.
It was a bad movie.
I liked it. Like, it was kind of like Elseworld Catwoman.
Like many of the things that we talk about, it wouldn't have been bad if they didn't try to make it Venom. If they just went with their own thing and it's not Venom and
it's some alien creature.
Yeah.
It would have been better.
Yeah, but like
Their problem is they wanted to connect it to Venom.
Yeah, so that they could get the hype and make the money, like they did with Catwoman. But I don't know. I'm able to separate the two. It's like an Elseworld tale.
I can do it too.
I'm super into Elseworld tales for comics and stuff. So
I can keep it separated from the main thing. It can be its own thing. It was a CGI fest, like way too much for Venom. But
how were you going to do Venom otherwise?
Well, you couldn't. But there was one fight scene that just went on for way too long, just pure CGI. It was kind of annoying.
I don't know. I thought it was fun.
But I only saw it once in theaters. I haven't.
Oh, I didn't see it in theater. We saw it on a small screen television. Maybe your problem was that you were looking at it too closely because it was on too big of a screen.
Maybe I was overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
But I could see that being a thing. But yeah, like what's that? Avatar, the blue people movie. That whole thing's CG.
Yes.
And it's still really good.
Yeah, that didn't bother me.
Yeah.
And speaking of Avatar, actually, James Cameron's going to re-release it closer to when Avatar 2 comes out in 2021.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Almost 20 years.
Well, there's like certain people who were like not even born.
That's right. And he wants to dethrone Endgame as the top box office movie by re-releasing it.
I don't know. I don't care so much. It's fine.
Yep.
They're all going to make money anyway.
So
and they should re-release movies in theaters. So
I think so too. So he's got 5 in the works, and he's only going to release 4 and 5 if 2 and 3 are successful. So that's the plan. And
that's pretty cool. I really liked the first one.
And the main bad guy from the first one is back as the villain in all of the sequels.
Oh, neat, because they didn't show him dying.
No.
Which main bad guy?
The guy with the scars on his head, Lang.
I thought he did die.
I thought he died too, but apparently he's the main villain according to the article.
He's like one of those ones where he's like thrown off of something. You don't see him die.
It's an off-screen. Who knows what happened to him?
Except he went outside of his neck thingy and died.
What are those cats doing?
I think there's like a screw on the ground. We got a bookshelf for Damien for Christmas. Put it together, but one of the screws fell apart.
Oh, and so the cats have found it.
Yeah, they found it.
And
they're good finders.
And they are good finders, and they're playing with it live here on the air as we record.
Well, they can't like call us over to let us know that they found this screw.
No, they can't.
They just have to make a bunch of noise with it until we come and take it.
And that they do.
Yeah.
And Josh is now coming back, and here he is. He's got the screw. And there it is on the table. Very nice, very nice. Okay.
The commentary, it's like it's a sports event.
Well, you know what? There's not really much pop culture to talk about, so we have to fill it in.
Okay.
But since we're talking about Star Wars and Avatar and all those things, have you guys watched The Mandalorian?
Oh,
We have.
I am loving The Mandalorian.
I'm just missing the last episode.
Us too.
You too?
Yeah, we're watching it as like most of a family. Mina won't watch a show if she doesn't know how it ends.
Right.
So we are watching it with Josh, myself, and Damien.
Aha.
And it's so much fun. They should let whoever's directing those make a Star Wars movie.
Well,
Unless it takes them away from what they're doing right now, because they're doing golden things, and they shouldn't be taken from that.
Did you know Mandalorian Season 2 comes out fall 2020?
Yeah.
They've already announced it? Yeah, so that's pretty neat.
It's such a good show. I'm enjoying it so much.
Yes, and I know the last episode has come out, but we just haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
But I did manage to avoid all the spoilers for Rise of Skywalker.
Did you?
Yes.
Me too. I haven't seen any yet.
Yeah. There's all kinds of articles and stuff posted about why this happened and why this happened. And then, which Rise of Skywalker character are you? Those games on Facebook?
Oh, yeah?
Those drive me nuts. You're not a Rise of Skywalker character.
Yeah, I
You're
know.
not a this person. You're not a that person.
I'm like barely an NPC.
You weren't in the movie. You can't be. Those things drive me crazy.
Yeah.
I don't play those games.
No.
They're
pretty silly. But even a lot of my friends who went to go and see Rise of Skywalker already said went to go and see Rise of Skywalker, looking to discuss it with friends, spoilers ahead. And then they discussed it in the comments.
Which
so it
is
was great
fair.
because then I could just scroll right over it.
Right.
And I didn't have to see it at all.
Yes. That's the best way to do it.
I have good friends.
You do.
I do.
Where do you gather with all your friends?
Nowhere lately. But I assume they're trying to make a plug for my store, which is Jump City. It's at 38 Pine Street North, Timmins, Ontario, Canada. It's in the basement of the 101 Mall.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Right on. That was a plug, and you caught on to it. Very nice.
Yeah, but I don't gather with anybody lately anymore.
Oh.
I'm so tired.
Yeah.
But it's good, though. It's just because we had all the crazy holiday madness of, like, working. It was very busy at work.
That's good.
And I got so many new people that I didn't know at all.
People were buying Christmas presents.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It was so great. So we have a whole bunch of brand new customers that I never had before. Mostly because they were people who weren't into that stuff, who found our shop.
How'd they find it?
I think they found it through their friends who are also, like, non-geeky, nerdy people, but they have them in their lives. And because they love them, they come to the shop and buy things for them.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So you guys had a good Christmas season. Mm-hmm. That is excellent news.
Yeah, it worked out really well. And then Josh got me some cool gifts from there's a wool store right across the way from our shop.
Yes, the Northern Pearl.
Northern Pearl. And he got me needle felting things, so I'm excited to try and make Pokemon. Needle felted Pokemon.
I don't know what any of that stuff means, but it sounds exciting.
Oh, yeah. You know what Pokemon is?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I don't know what the felting thing is.
Well, you know what felt is.
Yeah, it's a material.
Yeah, and you know what needles are.
I do.
So to make a needle felted Pokemon, it's just when you take felt,
Mm-hmm.
like a softer, loose felt,
Okay.
and you stab it with a needle until it's the shape you want it to be.
Huh. Okay.
There's like no more instructions than that. That's
Oh. Okay, that's fair. Well, it sounds like it'll be fascinating.
Yeah, it's really fun. Very excited to make Pokemon.
And what are you going to do with them once you've made them?
I don't think anything more than just displaying them.
Are you going to throw them up in the air and say to the kids, hey, you got to catch them all?
Oh, probably now, yes.
There you go.
I'll have to keep them away from the cats, though, because they just found one of my earlier creations and ripped it apart a little bit and brought it to me to play with them.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think they will destroy it, unless it is very, very sturdily made. That's them running around in the background, if you can hear it.
Oh, I'm sure the microphone is picking it up. They're fairly active today. This is quite exciting.
How come the microphone doesn't pick me up, but it picks up the cats fighting in a room away?
That's a good question.
That's unfair. I have a weird muted voice.
It's okay. When I yell across the room, nobody can hear me either because my voice doesn't carry.
It doesn't carry?
No. I could yell across the street to somebody and they wouldn't hear me. It's whatever my frequency of my voice is, it doesn't pick it up.
You know, I read an article before. This is like science related.
Oh, tell me more.
Okay, so I read an article before about how men in general are more wired to hear and interpret deeper sounds, and women and children are more wired to hear higher pitched sounds.
Mm-hmm.
And it has something to do with being able to like protect the group altogether, whereas like women and children, we're generally closer together because we're usually the ones raising the kids.
Yeah.
Until they reach a certain age where it's okay for them to go and do the more dangerous stuff, which would be like protection duty or hunting, right?
Yes. And the high pitched is like the baby's crying,
Yeah.
so the moms are going to hear it.
Yeah.
And the dads aren't.
Yeah, and it's generally, that is also why they generally don't, like men generally don't hear their babies when they're crying at night. So it's not just because they sleep heavier, and it's not because they don't want to get up. It's also because they just don't process it in the same way.
Right.
They don't instinctually just get up. But that's not like an excuse to say that they shouldn't.
It sounds like an excuse to me.
But it does explain why, so don't just be mad at them.
That's this week's public safety announcement from
Yeah.
the Rusted Robot podcast.
But it's neat, though. It's neat to learn how our brains work.
Because like, it may not wake him up, but if you elbow him and he wakes up and tends to the baby, it just didn't wake him up.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Because lack of sleep makes everybody crazy. So.
It does.
Try to think of it in scientific terms so you don't murder each other.
Exactly. And now we will pause for station identification.
Look, we know it's a long time till Doctor Who comes back on the air.
Sorry.
But your friends here at the Earth Station Who podcast are here to help.
That's right. Mike, and Mary will be your guide through this wilderness year with reviews of classic stories, audios, and even some group discussions featuring some special guests.
Join us for new episodes every other week up on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever fine podcasts are found.
The Earth Station Who podcast, exploring over 50 years of the Doctor Who universe.
And that was a word from our sponsor, and I think you should all go check out that podcast.
Ooh.
Right?
Yes.
Yes.
I cannot wait to listen to that podcast.
Isn't it a companion podcast, not a sponsor?
Oh, unless they sponsored you.
Did they give us money?
I wish they did.
Well, if they didn't give us money, they're not a sponsor, they're a companion.
If you're listening to this now and would like to be a sponsor, please send money to Shawn.
Yes, that's right. Patreon.com/Darth Vaderloo.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yes, I forgot all about that, actually. Good,
Ta-da!
Good catch, good catch.
You're welcome.
Yes, appreciate it. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that was a companion podcast, not a sponsor. You're right, Josh. Thank you for pointing that out.
Because we're doing it because we like them, not because they gave us money.
That's right. Nobody gives us money. People have given us money in the past, but it's very rare. So it's always appreciated.
So on Christmas Day, they released a new comic book for Spider-Ham.
Spider-Ham.
Yeah, Spider-Ham #1 came out on Christmas Day.
Ooh.
I don't have any left in the shop.
Has it sold out right away?
Yeah.
I bet.
They're calling it Apocalypse Now. That's not the title name. It's just the name of the first article for it.
Oh, okay.
It says, "Not a dream, not a hoax, not an imaginary tale. Spider-Ham finally has his own series again. Peter Porker, the spectacular Spider-Ham, finds himself jumping through time side by side with Peter Parker, the spectacular Spider-Man. Zeb Wells and Will Robinson bring you the Ham and
Will
Man." Yeah, Will Robson.
Oh, not Robinson?
No, not Robinson.
Oh.
Sorry.
Man.
They're not lost in space. They're lost in comics.
Ooh. And they're jumping through time.
Yeah, they bring you the Ham and Man story you've been waiting for. It sounds fantastic.
Are they jumping through time, trying to put right what once went wrong, and hoping that each leap will be the leap home?
I doubt it.
Oh.
Isn't that Sliders?
No, that's Quantum Leap.
Oh, Quantum Leap. That's right. That's what that is.
That Sliders, they don't travel through time. They travel through reality.
Realities. That's right.
Yeah.
And also time. 1 second at a time.
They are not traveling any more than anyone else is traveling.
Yeah. Except for that Quantum Leap guy.
Striving to put right what once went wrong, and hoping each time that his next leap will be the leap home.
He's not actually traveling through time.
Oh, okay.
Who, Dr. Sam Beckett?
Yeah, he's being projected back in time.
That's true.
Oh, okay. But yeah, Spider-Ham is he's really similar to Peter Parker in that he's still quippy and witty and sarcastic.
And smart.
But
he's a pig.
Yeah.
No, he's a spider.
Is he?
He's a spider that was bitten by a radioactive pig.
Oh, yeah?
I don't think that's true. His
Look it
name
up.
is Peter Porker.
Look it up. I'm fairly certain I'm right on that.
Well, I never saw Into the Spider-Verse, so I can't say.
Hi, this is Admiral Adama, Battlestar Galactica, saying you're listening to the Rusted Robot Podcast. Think about it.
Turns out Josh was correct.
Josh is correct. It says, there's a spider who gains his own abilities after being bitten by a radioactive pig.
Huh.
But his name is Peter Porker. I guess he gains that identity as well after being bitten? Because he turns more pig-like?
Yeah.
Could be.
Anyway, their world is anthropomorphized animal people, and it looks like a lot of fun.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
And they do weird crossovers in I think it's the Edge of Spider-Verse?
Mm-hmm. And you had this comic book in your store?
Yeah.
Did you get any copies for yourself?
No.
So you haven't read it?
No, I'm subscribed to like 13 different comics at my store that are like physical comics, and then I also occasionally pick up graphic novels.
That's a lot.
And then I also read webtoons because they don't make them as real comics, but it's probably good because being subscribed to 13 physical comics every month already.
Do you read them while you're working?
No, I read them after work.
You have time?
No, when I get home. I don't have time when I'm at work.
No, I bet.
No.
It's busy there. It's jumping.
Yeah, it never happens. And any time where I think I'm going to have work, I pop it open and it just never happens.
Oh.
But then I also read webtoons here at home, and I read 32 webtoons because they're free.
Jeepers, when do you sleep?
I don't.
Ah.
There is no time for sleep. Only read.
Well, you know, reading is good for your mind. It's something
I hope
you should
so.
do every day.
Yeah. But yeah, I read lots.
Well, that's terrific. Now, we were talking about Will Robson.
Danger, Will Robinson.
And mentioning Will Robinson.
Yes.
So.
Danger! Danger! My arms are flailing wildly.
Yes, exactly. So, Lost in Space Season 2 came out on Netflix Christmas Eve.
What a funny time to let it go.
Yeah, that was like a Tuesday. Normally things come out on Fridays, but I guess they wanted to have everybody sit around the TV on Christmas Eve and watch Lost in Space.
I could see that being a thing. We watched The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Like, as one of our Christmas holiday things.
Sure.
We were just like, oh, we can watch The Mandalorian tonight because we're all off.
Why not?
Yeah.
So
it's not like you're doing anything else Christmas Eve, right?
No, unless you're visiting family and running from house to house doing things.
That's true, but if your family is like our family, you would watch The Mandalorian together as a bigger group of people, because that's what we did.
Yes. Actually, Christmas Eve, Bishop came over and stayed the night, and we watched Die Hard 1 and Die Hard 2.
Oh, that's fun.
He'd never seen them
A
before.
classic Christmas series.
Yep, so that's what we did, and he liked them, so that was good. But Lost in Space Season 2 came out, and I watched it all in 2 days. Mm-hmm. And loved it. And
I heard a lot of people really liked it.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's a tearjerker at times. Scientific inaccuracy, Josh? Don't know. Don't care. Don't pay attention to that stuff. It doesn't matter to me.
I heard that the lady who plays the doctor does a really good job of acting.
She
because
does.
people actually hate her, which is not good. It's difficult to separate an artist from their work, but you should.
Mm-hmm. Parker Posey
Your
as Dr.
hate
Smith.
for them just means they're a really good actor.
Oh, she does a really good job as her character. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, she does.
But, like, I felt really bad for that Game of Thrones prince boy, because he's just a really good actor, but everybody hated him.
Oh, so did I. Yeah, he was awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to hate Joffrey.
Yeah.
And that speaks to his acting abilities.
Yes, it does. But season 2 of Lost in Space, watched it all right away. Couldn't stop watching it. My only issue is that every episode, here's another disaster that they have to overcome.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Isn't that fun, though?
Yes, because they
All
always...
the shows I used to watch were like that.
Yeah.
Danger Bay, Littlest Hobo.
Johnny Quest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All of those shows are just like one disaster after another.
Yes.
Oh, here's another thing. We got to fix it now.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it was.
Even the one book series that we read, the Sword of Truth series, every single time they fix something, they've ruined something else, and now they got to go fix that.
But it turns out the main people in authority are always fighting against the Robinsons, but the Robinsons are always right. That's the way it seems to work.
Isn't that just because we're watching it from their view?
Maybe. Or maybe they're just...
Like, they're the ones we're fighting for, right?
Yes, but they are right. They're always correct.
What does that mean? What do you mean correct?
Like their ideas and their decisions always end up saving the day.
Wait.
Yeah.
So, who are they fighting with?
The other colonists.
There were other colonists.
There were other colonists, but then they were lost.
Yes.
The whole point of them being lost is them being lost.
And then they got found again.
So...
And then season 2 ends on a cliffhanger where they have to send the kids off in a Jupiter transport somewhere because the bad alien robots are attacking all the other people, trying to get their...
There's more bad alien robots.
More alien bad robots. They're trying to get their fantastic engine.
Is the boy still friends with his alien robot?
He is.
Okay.
Yes.
Is that a bad alien robot?
Our robot that we follow?
Yeah.
He's a good robot.
Oh, he's a good robot.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Danger, Will Robinson.
So I'm not sure if there's 2 species of robots or...
Wouldn't be species.
Eh?
Wouldn't be species.
Yeah, but what am I going to call it?
Factions?
Factions, whatever.
Factions, designs,
yeah.
manufacturers.
I don't know. I don't know if they're like from the same grouping or not, and
So,
some
like,
are good and some are bad.
Is it just because they have a very good AI and can actually make up their own minds, or do you think he's damaged?
We don't know enough about them to say. But it leaves it on a cliffhanger.
'Cause
and I can't wait for season 3.
in the original, one of the good guys turned out to be a bad guy. Is this like that? Yeah, but like this would be a robot instead, like an alien robot.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Because like a lot of it's very different anyway. So I assume that they just took like the premise and then the name of the family, and then they have a completely different show altogether.
Oh, it's different from the 60s series.
Yeah, like the whole thing is different.
Well, you know what? I didn't really watch enough of the original to say.
Yeah. Well, what about the movie with Matt LeBlanc?
We don't talk about that.
Oh, that was a great movie. I love that movie.
Yeah.
I actually like it better than this.
Maybe I've seen it. I don't know. But
It was a fun movie.
all right. Well, this was...
It wasn't like great, but it was like a lot of the movies that I love are bad.
Well, sure, I get
like,
it.
have you ever seen, I think it's Mom and Dad Save the World?
No.
Oh, that movie is horrid, but they put so much effort into it.
Oh.
There's so many like costumes and makeup and special effects, and who's the big bad guy?
I don't know. But you still haven't gotten past the first episode of the first season, right?
No.
You should. You should go back.
No.
Oh, it's so much fun.
Shawn, that made me angry.
You need to get over yourself.
No.
Just let it go. It's okay. Who cares?
No, it's not.
Who cares if it's scientifically inaccurate? It's entertaining as heck.
No, it's not internally consistent.
Who cares?
I do.
It's fun.
I have no problems with fanciful things.
Uh-huh.
But you gotta be internally consistent.
No.
You establish rules in your universe, and you follow those rules in universe. You don't go, oh, well, the rules didn't apply. It doesn't have to apply, because this time we can just just do this.
I was letting everything go until the water was freezing at a really rapid rate. But
the
also,
rain was coming down and it was still wet.
And also nobody was wearing any headgear.
Protection, yeah.
So anyway, I was fine with it up until that point, and then I was just like, I can't anymore. It's
just get past the first episode. It's fine.
I'm really good at just spending
You would love this series, Katie.
Ugh.
You would.
But it bothered me more than Josh. I had to leave the room.
Oh.
But anyway.
Mom and Dad Save the World?
Mom and Dad Save the World. So that is a trash movie, which I absolutely adore.
Okay.
I can't find it to download anywhere except for to pay $3.99 American to watch it.
Worth it?
I don't know. Because, like, I have a weird nostalgic love for this awful bad movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I assume there might be other people out there who are the same. But I think, like, if you don't love it, it's just bad. It's just a bad movie. Like, the big bad guy is played by Jon Lovitz.
Ah.
And the mom and dad are, like, taken by Emperor Todd Spango, who's Jon Lovitz.
Ah, yes.
Their station wagon takes off from the planet Earth and flies all the way to their planet.
As one does. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the Emperor wants to marry the mom.
Of course.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't?
And it doesn't make any sense. And then they
No.
stick the dad in, like, a weird jail prison thing. It's a hilarious movie. It's really bad, though.
Really bad movie I really enjoy. My Stepmom's an Alien.
I don't know if I saw that one.
So,
What about Coneheads?
How about I Come in Peace?
Oh, I love I Come in Peace.
Right?
That's a good movie.
I come in peace. You go in pieces. So, we're going to play probably the final teaser trailer, the 30-second spot for Picard, which comes out January 23rd.
I was haunted by my past. But now I have a mission. I will do what needs to be done.
Who are you looking for?
Someone who has no one else to help her.
To find the truth.
What have you gotten yourself into, Jean-Luc?
What do you think?
I remain cautiously optimistic.
Still. Okay.
It looks good. It looks like it's being filmed well.
Yes. Very cinematic.
I've never seen anything I didn't like with Patrick Stewart in it.
Nothing?
Nothing. I loved it all.
All of the things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I can't think of anything that I've seen that I didn't like.
X-Men 3.
No, I like it.
You like X-Men 3?
Yeah.
Huh.
I like all the X-Men movies. They're fun.
They are fun.
And it doesn't have, like, water freezing when it shouldn't be.
Right. Right.
But I guess maybe it's just that I'm easy to please.
Okay. Picard comes out in less than a month. Been waiting patiently.
I don't know. I'd give it a chance.
Yeah, I hope so. Like, the teaser doesn't tell us too much, other than what we already know.
Was that 7 of 9?
That is.
It was 7 of 9.
Firing two phasers at once.
Is she supposed to be 7 of 9?
That's 7 of 9, yeah.
Because I know Star Trek really likes reusing
Actors. Yeah.
actors, yeah.
No, it's 7 of 9. You move up from no-name characters up to named characters. Very rarely do you go from named character to another named character.
Yeah.
That's true.
Occasionally, they'll bring you back
as
a no-name character.
Yeah.
But always in heavy makeup.
But David Warner came back like 3 or 4, 5, 6 times as different people all the time.
Yeah, but never as an extended name character.
Okay, what are you doing? The cat is really exploring today. All right. So anyway, I'm excited for Picard. It comes out in less than a month. You're cautiously optimistic, Kitty. You can't wait. You're so excited. You love Picard. You love Patrick Stewart.
I do.
You drink Earl Grey tea just because of him.
I do drink Earl Grey tea. Although my favorite's Orange Pico.
Ah, okay. Well, you know what I think this is a good time for? Josh has a list of all the sci-fi movies of 2019.
Yep.
So you're going to pull up the list.
All right.
And how are we going to go through this?
It's in alphabetical order, starting with original films.
Okay. So we'll talk about each one as we go and see if we've seen them and what we thought.
Seen them, heard of them, haven't heard of them.
Okay.
So the first one is 9. It's a Malaysian film.
Never saw or heard of.
Yeah.
Are you going to talk about what they're each about or no?
This one doesn't seem interesting.
Okay.
Ad Astra.
Saw it.
That's the Brad Pitt one.
Saw it.
And?
Not good.
Okay. Alita Battle Angel.
Heard of it, haven't seen it.
I want to see it.
I want to see it.
We should see it.
We should.
Boss Level, which is a Mel Gibson film.
Never even heard of it.
The guy's caught in a time loop.
Ooh, I like time loops.
He's a soldier caught in a time loop.
That sounds like something I would watch.
Okay, Brightburn.
Heard of it, haven't seen it. You?
I haven't seen it yet myself.
I saw it for sale at Walmart the other day.
And you didn't buy it so we could watch it together today.
No, I didn't even think about it.
Captive State.
I think I've heard of it, but no, anything about it.
This one's set in Chicago. It's placed under martial law after a global extraterrestrial invasion.
Ooh.
The family attempts to flee the city through barricades and is confronted by aliens. Seems interesting. I would check that out.
I do like alien invasion films and time travel.
Chaos Walking.
Chaos Walking. Nope, never heard of it.
Looks like it may not have... It's Tom Holland.
Okay.
As Todd Hewitt, a boy living on a distant planet of New World. Daisy Ridley.
Huh.
Mads Mikkelsen. So a good cast.
Yeah, but never heard of it.
Code 8.
Nope. What's that about?
Well, let the page load. A man with superpower works with a group of criminals to raise money to help his sick mother.
He's got superpowers?
He's got superpowers.
Okay.
Neat. All right. I haven't heard of this one.
No.
We'll skip the anime because there's no way you're going to know this one.
Okay.
Aw.
I don't think you'll know this one. Doraemon, Nobita's Chronicle of the Moon Exploration.
I know who Doraemon is.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, he's the weird blue and white space cat with the red collar. He's got no ears on top, though. He's from the future.
Ooh.
Farmageddon, a Shaun of the Sheep movie.
Hi, this is Cena Grace, the artist of The Little Depressed Boy, and you are listening to the Rusted Robot Podcast, which, by the way, you should be supporting on all social media and iTunes.
All right, so Kitty had to walk off for a phone call from her dad, but we'll continue on.
All right, so we got Farmageddon, a Shaun the Sheep movie.
Never heard of it, but it sounds interesting. It's got a good name.
Well, it's the wrong Shaun. It's the Shaun version.
Oh, that's incorrect.
It's one of those stop-motion films from England.
Ah, yes.
I've seen a couple of the other Shaun the Sheep movies. We also have Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw. Did you check that out?
I did not.
How many of the Fast and Furious movies have you ever watched?
I've seen a few of them, but it's not something I follow because I don't care.
No? You don't follow that one?
No. You?
No.
Yeah, I don't care at all.
Then there's Fast Color.
Oh, it sounds intriguing.
It's got a weird plot. I think this is one I'm going to check out.
Never heard of it, though.
In the future, American Midwest, where it has not rained for 8 years, Ruth is a homeless wanderer whose seizures trigger supernatural earthquakes.
Her seizures trigger supernatural earthquakes.
And she meets Bill at a diner,
Mm-hmm.
but Bill's actually a scientist trying to capture her to get a blood sample for some reason. And it sounds crazy.
Fast Color.
Fast Color.
I would watch that.
Spelt the American way, not the proper way.
Color.
Yeah.
Incorrect. Okay.
Yeah. And then we got Gemini Man.
Okay, never saw it, but I heard about it.
That one, it's the Will Smith vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I saw the previews. It didn't look interesting to me.
I almost went to the theater to see it, and then I was like, man, I don't really care, so I didn't.
Oh, all right. How about Goalkeeper of the Galaxy?
Goal or gold?
Goalkeeper of the Galaxy.
Okay, so, no, never heard of it.
Okay, this one sounds interesting.
Tell me.
It's a Russian film.
Ooh.
Okay. The Earth has been devastated. Aliens have a ship parked over the city.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a big arena. And to save the Earth, they have to play Cosmo Ball. And it's about the main character. He's a goalkeeper.
Okay.
For the Earth's team. And he's the main hero of our story as we follow him.
Sounds horrible, but I would watch it.
I think it sounds fantastic. I think it sounds like Space Jam, but Russian and weird.
Yes. Goalkeeper of the Galaxy.
That sounds amazing.
Yes.
All right, so Happy Death Day to You.
I've heard of it.
Did you check it out?
No.
That's that horror movie?
Yeah. No, I would watch those, but I wouldn't go to the theater to see them. I'm waiting for Netflix or TV or something.
What about I Am Mother?
Oh, that's a good movie.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I saw that. That was on Netflix. That was with the robot taking care of
Yeah.
the one kid. Yeah, that was awesome.
So that's a definite recommend.
Yeah, that was a really good movie.
Yeah, it was.
I enjoyed that a lot. But I.O.
No, never heard of it.
Yes, you have.
Have I?
Yes, you have.
I.O.?
I think you watched it.
Oh, you know what? Maybe I did. Yes, Netflix?
Yeah. When set in the post-apocalyptic present where the Earth's atmosphere has become toxic and most people on the planet have left the planet for a space station near Io.
You know what? I watched so many weird movies like that. I probably did see it.
Because I think you told me about it.
Oh, you know what? Yes, and there's one lady on the Earth, and it was a slow, kind of boring movie.
Okay.
If I'm thinking of the right thing.
So, Je suis Otto, the Austrian film with a French title.
You had me right there. Tell me about it.
Okay, so it's about the main character. His name is Otto, spelled A-U-T-O,
Like a car.
because he's an AI driving a taxi cab.
Ooh,
Amazing.
like Johnny Cab, like from Total Recall.
And he gets a passenger who is a nerd who's morally opposed to AI. And it's like a black comedy as they're driving to their location discussing things.
I would watch that.
Right?
I would watch the heck out of that.
Okay, I have no idea how to pronounce this,
Okay.
so I am going to mess this up. Kithakuku Afrika Vilyaraju.
Never heard of it.
Of course, it's an East African film, and that is all I know about the movie.
It doesn't say anymore?
It does not tell me anymore.
Okay. Never saw it, never heard of it.
Lucy in the Sky. That's the one based on the astronaut lady who went crazy a few years ago and wore a diaper to drive across the country because she was a crazy stalker lady.
I think we actually mentioned this on the Earth Station 1 podcast that I was a guest on when we talked about upcoming movies of the year, but I haven't seen it.
Okay. What about Relive?
Never heard of.
Okay, this is the one where the guy, his brother, does a murder-suicide on his family.
Okay.
And he's a cop, but then he gets a call a couple days later from his call ID says it's his niece.
And she's supposed to be dead?
She's dead.
Okay.
And he like tries to call it back, but it doesn't work because the phone's disconnected because she's dead.
Right.
But then like a couple hours later, he gets another call from it, and it's her in the past. So he's talking to her in the past, trying to solve the crime from the other side.
Okay.
It turns out it's not a murder-suicide, and somebody's after them.
Oh. That could be either really good or horrible.
There's Short Circuit.
Okay.
Not the Short Circuit you're thinking of.
Right.
This is... where is it from? It's a Gujarati language science fiction comedy drama.
Oh.
An average IT guy, Sameh, his mother is always nagging him to get married soon. Sameh falls in love with Seema, who is a news anchor on ZTV. She is interviewing a scientist, Dr. Pathrusky, who is doing some experiments involving wormholes, and hijinks ensue.
Oh, I like hijinks.
So that's that one.
Okay.
Spies in Disguise, that's the CG animated movie that's in theaters right now.
Yes, I've heard of it, but didn't watch it.
The guy turns into a pigeon.
That sounds amazing. I love pigeons. What was it called again?
Spies in Disguise. It's in theaters right now.
He turns into a pigeon.
Yes, they do a brain transfer and transfer his mind into the body of a pigeon.
Can we watch it today?
You can go watch it today.
You don't want to watch it with me? It sounds amazing! Who wouldn't want to be a pigeon spy?
No.
Pigeons have very short lifespans.
So, the next...
It's longer than you'd think.
Is it? How long is it?
Depends on the species of pigeon.
I think homing pigeons, it's like close to 10 years.
It's not enough.
It's pretty good for a pigeon. They get to fly.
Well, that's true. Would I give up my next 60 years to fly for 10 years? I just might. No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, but we're living in a world where brain transfers are possible. You just transfer it to a new body, Shawn.
Okay. I'll do that.
And you have to go into some kind of bird, because birds have the closest ability to speak of all the other animals out there. So you'll be able to say, "Hi, I'm actually Shawn. Here's my ID code. Please transfer me to a new body."
Okay. If I can do that, then all right.
In wild pigeons, it's apparently 6 years.
Oh.
But I've seen ones that people own lived up to 10.
Right, okay.
Okay, so the next two movies on the list don't have links, so I can't find out anything about them.
Okay.
The Last Boy.
All right. Nope, never heard of.
Yep. And Proxima.
No idea.
Proxima sounds like it's related to traveling to the nearest star.
Yeah.
Proxima Centauri Alpha.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's Ultraman RB the movie.
Ooh.
You love Ultraman.
I do love Ultraman.
Katie loves kaiju movies. The Wandering Earth, that's the Chinese film.
Yeah, that was one where they put like 10,000 rockets on the Earth for a 2,500-year journey to the nearest star.
Yeah.
That was weird. It was entertaining. Yeah.
They have fusion power, yet they're trying to move the whole planet. It's easier to evacuate the whole planet.
Highest grossing Chinese film of the year. So
then we have Warriors of the Future, which is
like
also a Chinese film.
Sounds like a cheesy 1980s.
Previously known as Virtus.
Okay, never heard of it though.
In 2055, a meteorite, which brings a fast-growing alien vine named Pandora, crashes down on a barren Earth ravaged by pollution and global warming. Pandora purifies the planet, but kills everything in its path. To protect the citizens of their city, the heavily armored military of Hong Kong, armed with the plant's genetic map, tries but fails to destroy Pandora, and uncovers a conspiracy.
Ooh, sounds horrible.
That sounds like a low-budget sci-fi. Sounds fun. And then we have all the returning movies, sequels and spin-offs.
Okay.
Endgame.
Oh, yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. Captain Marvel.
Yeah, that was all right.
That's all right. Code Geass, Lelouch of the Resurrection.
No idea.
Oh, actually, it's a really good series, but I haven't seen the movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen this one either. Glass.
Oh, I saw... Did I see that? No, I didn't see it.
Didn't look great.
No. The sequel to Unbreakable and Split, yeah.
Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
Saw it. It was fine.
I love Godzilla.
It was fantastic. What are you talking about?
Also, apparently in the fall of 2020, we're supposed to get Godzilla versus King Kong.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
We got the new Hellboy.
Didn't see it.
I didn't see it either, actually. It looked like a good action movie.
Iron Sky, The Coming Race.
Nope, didn't see it.
I believe that's the Nazis on the far side of the moon.
Well, the first Iron Sky was where they were mining helium-3 and stuff. I couldn't get into that movie.
Yeah, it's the continuation of the Nazis on the far side of the moon.
Yeah.
Story. We got Lego Movie Part 2, the second part.
Didn't see it. Heard of it, though.
Men in Black 2 International.
Didn't see it.
Or, sorry, Men in Black International. I don't know why I put a 2 there.
Did you guys see it?
I did not see it
No,
either.
but I wanted to.
Detective Pikachu.
Didn't see it.
I saw it. It was really cute.
Yeah?
Yeah. It hits all the same notes as the first movie that was released in theaters.
Oh, you know what?
Do you remember the first Pokemon movie?
Yeah.
But it's a very different story because he's like searching for his dad, who's a detective, who was on a big case, who just died.
And Ryan Reynolds is in it?
Yeah.
And I saw a preview at the theater yesterday for a Ryan Reynolds movie coming out this summer called Free Guy. And it's kind of like a cross between Deadpool and the Lego movie. It's really strange. And he's just a guy who keeps living the same life over and over again in a routine. And then he gets a weird pair of glasses and he can see different things, kind of like in They Live. But it's a mashup of like 100 different movies. I couldn't tell if it's going to be good or not, but it's called Free Guy.
Okay. So, we'll have to check that out.
Yes.
Spider-Man, Far From Home.
Yeah, that was good.
Everything about the last minute of that movie was fantastic.
Yeah, I don't remember.
That's the everybody turns on Spider-Man
Right.
part?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. But I enjoyed that film right up until that point.
Yeah.
So you can't just let Spider-Man be Spider-Man.
No, definitely not.
Then we have Star Wars, Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, it was fine.
We talked about that.
Yeah, we did. It was alright.
Katie and I haven't seen it. And then there's Shazam.
That was...
I really wanted to see that. The kids said it was really good.
It was fantastic. It was the best DC movie yet.
Yeah?
No.
Yeah.
No. I saw it. It was fine. It was okay.
It was the best DC movie yet.
I really liked Wonder Woman.
No, Wonder Woman was way better.
Wonder Woman was good until it had that really clear, distinct break in the middle where it's like, okay, now darkness. You can't see what's going on.
I would have liked Shazam a lot better had I been 15 years old.
That's what it was directed at, though. Like,
Yeah.
it was made for younger viewers.
Like, it was fine, but...
They hit the nail on the head, man.
Yes. It's just... Yeah, it was alright.
It's a lot better than Suicide Squad. It's a lot better than Batman v Superman.
Oh, definitely.
It's a lot better than even the Superman movie.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than almost all of them.
It's on par with Aquaman.
Oh, we didn't get the chance to watch Aquaman.
Oh, you should have.
I got to watch part of Aquaman. No, Shazam's better.
Well, it's all a matter of opinion, but yeah.
Mind you, I had to watch it through a crowd of people at the last year's con.
Yes. Yeah, not the same. Not the same.
And then we have X-Men: Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, I saw it.
And?
Not a good way to end the saga, but
you gotta get those last few bucks out.
Yeah, not a good movie, but glad I saw it, and I would buy it if it was $5 to add to my X-Men collection. Would I watch it every year? No. Would I watch it once or twice more before I die? Probably.
There's a lot of other things you're gonna end up watching before you get back to that.
Guaranteed. Yes.
Yeah. I think that's gonna be one of the ones you buy and just you leave on your shelf, never to take out of the cellophane.
I do have several of those. Mm-hmm. One day I'll get around to watching that, and then I never get around to watching
No, because there's a lot of good stuff coming out.
Yes.
Did you ever wind up building kick-ass shelves in your new house?
I did. Yes, I did.
Where did you build them?
In my basement, in my podcast office.
Oh, cool.
Yes, I've got my Eagle Moss Starship of the Month Club collection ships on there, and my Hallmark ornaments, and a few random action figures.
That's pretty cool.
Yes. So that's
all the movies that came out this year in the sci-fi category.
Right, of course.
A large chunk that I did not hear about.
True.
Not as many foreign films on there as I'd expect.
Yeah.
I would have expected more foreign films on that list, just because there's a lot of production movies going out there in foreign languages.
There are. I do want to see Je suis Otto.
Yeah, that sounds great.
That
right?
does sound great.
French title to an Austrian film.
Yes.
And it's probably one of those long, talky films.
Yes.
And I kind of love those long, talky films.
I can go either way.
You got to be in the mood for them.
You do. You have to be in the mood for them. But I've watched several movies like that where it's just this long.
Mm-hmm.
I've even sat through one where it's two guys in a car.
Yeah.
And it's one shot. Just two guys in a car.
Yeah. I believe it.
One shot. The whole movie is one shot.
How long is it?
Like an hour and a half.
Oh my god.
They probably had to rehearse quite a bit.
I don't know if I could watch that movie.
I really like movies that are done in one shot, but it's always more impressive when they're moving shots, because this is just two guys in a car.
Yeah. We'll just put the camera on the window and
done
there. Yeah.
The whole film.
Put the car on a trailer, you guys pretend you're driving, and we're going to go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Couldn't that have just as easily been like a radio thing?
Radio play?
No. The whole point of it is the drama and watching their faces. Because like there's a 10-minute scene where the guy said something really awkward, and they're both just sitting there being really awkward for 10 minutes. I don't remember what the movie was.
Oh.
That's too bad. I'd like to.
It's a French film, though.
No, fair enough. Good enough. Okay, so that is our wrap up of the year 2019. We saw some good movies, saw some crappy movies, liked a few things, didn't like everything. Didn't hear about all of the stuff either.
That's generally the way the things go.
Yeah, yeah. So we're moving into the year 2020. It's futuristic. It's
Year of the Crit.
What?
Year of the Crit. Critical hit.
Oh, yes.
Double 20.
I like
I've been
the
hearing
reference.
I hear people calling it the year of looking back.
2020 vision?
Actually, speaking of 2020 vision, when I record the next episode of Soulforge podcast that comes out this coming week, I'm calling it 2020 vision.
Ha!
All the things that I'm looking forward to in the year coming.
I was going to say, is it about you going to the eye doctor?
No.
For the first time?
No. Clearly I've gone to the eye doctor before because I'm wearing glasses.
No, but for the first time, going back and remembering the events.
Maybe I'll do that for the episode at the end of the year where I call it Hindsight is 2020. Yeah. So
like, that was scary for me the first time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Going to the
Yeah,
eye
but you
doctor?
have a weird thing about your eyes.
I do have a weird eye phobia thing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that was actually terrifying for me the first time.
SoulforgePodcast.com. Check it out. Jump City Comics. Go there. Or be square.
Yeah. Although if you are also square, we have comics for them too.
Perfect. All right. So that has been a fantastic episode of Rusted Robot. Thanks for being part of it, guys. Looking forward to another year of podcasting with you. We'll see you next decade. Is it the next decade?
No.
It's not, right?
No, because the zero is a part of the last decade because it starts in the 1 and goes to the 10.
I was thinking that because 1 to 10.
That's why the new millennium was 2001.
Exactly. Yes.
Because there was no 0 year.
Because everybody's saying it's the next decade. I'm like, I don't know that it is, but I don't want to have
last
this.
Of this decade.
That's what I thought too, but I don't want to have that argument with people because
it's not that important for the decade, but for the millennium, it was actually more important to have that argument.
Yes, because that completes the 100. Yeah, exactly. So anyway, until next time, guys and girls, robots, and people of all ages, thanks for listening. Leave a 5-star review in the podcast store. Do all the things. Tell your friends. Whatever, doesn't matter. Just enjoy your life. We'll talk to you next year. And remember, got nothing, Josh. Do you have one?
Remember to plan things out in advance.
Very good. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Rusted Robot Podcast. Your support is greatly appreciated, and we hope you'll tune in again next time. Remember that you can visit therustedrobot.podbean.com for all of our social media links, and don't forget to share the show with everyone you know. The Rusted Robot Podcast is your best source for geek-style pop culture news.
I could do this all day.
Hey, Sam.
This has been a broadcast of the ESO Network. Be part of the crew and help support our shows by donating to our ESO Patreon or by shopping through Amazon.com or the TeePublic store, which can all be found at www.esonetwork.com. The ESO Network, your station for all things geek.